I'll be doing problem number 10 from chapter 3, section 2. So we have two equations, and they're very ugly. They have fractions. So I can either solve by elimination or substitution, and in this case I'm going to use substitution, but either way they're going to be really ugly just because they're fractions. So I look over at the bottom equation, and there's a negative 1 over 6x. So I'm going to use that one. I'm going to add negative 1 over 6x to this side, and then once I get the y by itself, I'm going to use the equation and plug it in here. So here's what I'm going to do. So there I go. Added 1 over 6x to both sides. And there I have 4 over 5y equals 1 over 6x plus 3. Of course, got to get the y by itself, so I'm going to multiply the entire equation by 5 over 4 to get rid of this. And now I have y equals 5 over 24x plus 15 over 4. And it gets uglier. So I'm going to use this equation right here, and I'm going to plug it in the 11 over 12x plus 1 over 10. Instead of the y, I'm going to use the equation I just solved right now. So here I have 11 over 12x plus 1 over 10. And there's my equation that I substituted right here, all equal to 6. Now, of course, I multiply, and now I have 11 over 12x plus 5 over 240x plus 15 over 40 equals 6. Now, I have to add these two because they're x's, but this, I need to make this 240. So I multiply both sides by 20. So this becomes 240, and I could finally add those two. So multiply 12 by 20, and it equals 240. Multiply 11 by 20, I get 220. And now I can finally add, since the bottom one's equal. And now I have 225 over 240x plus 15 over 40 equals 6. Of course, I'm trying to get this x by itself, so I'm going to subtract 15 over 40 from both sides. Now, I'm going to have to add these two. I'm going to have to subtract 6 from 15 over 40. So I have to make this into a fraction. I'm going to multiply 6 by 15, and I get 240 over 40. So now I have 225 over 240x equals 240 over 40 minus 15 over 40. And when I subtract these two, I get 225 over 40. Now all I have to do is get rid of this. So I'm going to divide 225 over 40 by 225 over 240. And now I know it looks scary. So when I do that, I end up having 225 over 40 times 240 over 225, and I could cancel the 225s. And now I have x equals 240 over 40, and that equals to 6. Finally, I was kind of scared that I wasn't going to have like a nice answer, but now that I have that 6, I can plug it into one of the first equations. So now I'm just going to use this one, 1 over 6, negative 1 over 6, I'm sorry. Instead of x, I substitute the 6, and I get negative 6 over 6, which of course equals negative 1. Negative 1 plus 4 over 5y equals 3, minus 1 from both sides. There we go. And I get 4 over 5y equals 4, and now I got to get the y by itself. So I divide by 4 over 5 on both sides, and the answer is y equals 5.